A popular celebrity requested information about you in a private meeting. What they discovered shocked them completely. Archangel Michael says, something deeply mysterious has been unfolding behind closed doors, something you were never supposed to know. Until now. Archangel Michael steps forward with urgency in his voice, his sword of truth glowing with celestial fire. He reveals that a popular celebrity, someone known by millions, someone who commands attention, influence, and respect, recently held a private, confidential meeting. Not with a producer, an agent, or a business mogul, but with someone far more unusual, a spiritual advisor. And the topic of discussion? You. This was not an ordinary curiosity. This person had been haunted by visions, dreams, and inexplicable feelings for weeks. Your face. Your energy. Your name kept appearing in places that made no logical sense. In their dreams, they kept hearing a voice whispering your name. They'd wake up in cold sweat. Something, or someone, was guiding them to you. And so, they scheduled a discreet session to find out who you are and why the universe wouldn't leave them alone about you. What they discovered during that meeting shook them to their core. According to Archangel Michael, this celebrity thought they were simply looking for closure. Instead, they found a portal to divine truth, and standing at the center of that portal was you. Their spiritual advisor, known for incredible accuracy and channeling higher messages, described you as someone with an ancient soul. Someone whose energy has the ability to unlock higher frequencies in others. The advisor said that your presence has rippled across timelines, dimensions, and even across the celebrity's own karmic path. This wasn't just a coincidence. It was divinely timed intervention. The celebrity asked, "Why now? Why this person?" And that's when the room fell still. The spiritual advisor looked up, eyes filled with knowing, and said, "Because they are about to step into a role that changes the world, and you are meant to be part of it." Imagine the chills that ran through them. The disbelief. The overwhelming emotion. A person they've never met, someone they never consciously noticed, yet somehow, your spiritual fingerprint was all over their energy field. But it doesn't stop there. Type Amen 878 to divine blessings. Archangel Michael reveals that your soul and this celebrity's soul made an agreement long before either of you came into this lifetime. An agreement to meet, connect, and help fulfill each other's missions on Earth. You may have thought you were invisible or insignificant, but in the divine realm, you are recognized. You are already known. And now, that celestial appointment is in motion. The ripple effect of this meeting is only just beginning. Because what was discovered about you during that private conversation has already set your destiny in motion. Nothing will be the same after this. The question is, are you ready for what comes next? This celebrity wasn't just drawn to you by chance, your souls have met before. Archangel Michael now draws aside the veil between lifetimes, revealing a truth so profound it may stir your very soul. This connection is ancient. The celebrity who sought information about you didn't just do so out of curiosity. They were responding to a soul memory, something older than their fame, wealth, or earthly identity. A memory that has been quietly awakening inside of them, triggered by your unseen spiritual presence. Michael confirms that you and this person have met before, multiple times. In fact, one of your most significant past life encounters was during an era where your soul carried a powerful role. In that life, you were the one with status and spiritual authority. You were the guide, the leader, the one holding sacred knowledge. And they were the seeker. This dynamic still echoes in this lifetime. Type Amen 8478 to divine blessings. They may be famous in the public eye today, but spiritually, they recognize that you hold the missing piece to something they've long been searching for. Your energy doesn't just attract, it activates. And this is what stunned them in that private session, how deeply they felt you, without ever having spoken to you. They saw your image. They heard your name. And something within them whispered, "You know this person. You've always known them." Archangel Michael says that during the spiritual reading, visions of your past life connection came through, images of a temple, a sacred mission, a difficult farewell. There was purpose, emotion, and unresolved energy still lingering between your souls. And now, lifetimes later, you are being brought together again, this time to complete what was started. This reconnection is not about fame or romance or fascination, it is about divine assignment. Archangel Michael says, your soul carries light codes that awaken transformation, not just in others, but in those destined to cross your path in critical moments. And this celebrity? They are at such a crossroads. They are beginning to realize that everything they've built materially means nothing without spiritual meaning. They are searching, and what they found in you has begun to change them. This connection is being tested. There are spiritual forces that recognize what will happen if the two of you fully align. Forces that fear your awakening, and what it will unlock in others, because your union would be too powerful, too radiant. That's why doubt, confusion, or delays may arise. But Archangel Michael says this must not stop you. He urges you to begin tuning into this soul connection through dreams, journaling, meditation, and quiet listening. You may even begin sensing their energy near you, feeling unexplained warmth, heart flutters, or a sudden emotional pull. Don't brush it off. These are soul echoes. The reunion of souls from the same divine constellation is never random. And now that one of those souls is actively seeking your light again, your destiny is accelerating. They thought they were curious about a stranger. But what they found was a light that can awaken the world. Type Amen 5985 to divine blessings. What triggered this powerful, unexpected investigation into your life? It wasn't something you said. It wasn't anything you posted online. It wasn't even a moment you were aware of. It was your energy. Archangel Michael reveals that you possess a spiritual frequency that cannot be hidden, not from those who are meant to feel it. Even in silence, even across distance, your soul sends out vibrations that awaken the sleeping hearts of others. And this particular celebrity, guided by their subconscious and higher self, felt that signal like a wave crashing into their spirit. It all started with what seemed like a coincidence. A dream. A repeated name. A glimpse of a photo. An overwhelming curiosity that spiraled into spiritual obsession. They were being nudged by something greater than themselves. A mystic they trusted said one sentence that unlocked it all: this person isn't just a stranger. They're a soul key. That one statement led them to request a deeper reading from a trusted spiritual advisor. And what came next is what shocked them, and will now change your life. The advisor described seeing an ancient symbol above your spiritual blueprint, a symbol only carried by soul activators, beings who came to this planet not to follow the world, but to shift it. You, dear one, were revealed to carry a divine code that aligns with prophecy. A code that causes spiritual awakening in others just by being in their presence, or even being seen. This is what pulled the celebrity in. Not your appearance. Not your status. But your soul's encoded light. The spiritual guide told them, this person has the markings of an oracle, a messenger from the angelic realms, possibly unaware of the full weight of their power. And here is where it gets even more mystical. They saw that you have been deliberately protected by heaven. Hidden. Delayed. Even misunderstood by others, so that your gift would not be misused or destroyed prematurely. But now, that time of waiting is over. Type Amen 5948 to divine blessings. Your soul is activating. Your spiritual gifts, healing, prophetic insight, wisdom, discernment, are surfacing whether you realize it or not. And this investigation into your life wasn't just curiosity, it was the beginning of a divine appointment. The celebrities team was advised to observe you discreetly, to track your energy, your language, your resonance. And what they found only confirmed the reading. Your presence is a mirror that reveals truth, breaks illusions, and awakens soul potential. This is the moment Archangel Michael steps in and says, "Child of light, do not shrink from this revelation. For your spirit was never meant to hide. You were sent to rise." Archangel Michael says, "Your energy has reached people you don't even know. But now, one of those people, someone with immense influence, is preparing to shift their own path because you unlock something in them that even fame couldn't satisfy. What happens next will depend on how you respond to your own calling. Because what was once hidden is now echoing through spiritual dimensions. And the world is beginning to see you. The moment they started looking for you, forces tried to shut it all down. As soon as this high-profile figure began seeking you out, a battle in the spirit realm was ignited. One that you didn't see, but one that has been raging over your life for years. Archangel Michael now exposes what has been happening behind the scenes. The moment your name was spoken in that secret spiritual session, the moment your soul signature was activated in someone powerful, dark forces took notice. Not because you are weak, but because you are dangerously important to the divine plan. You were born with a light meant to guide, awaken, and reveal truth in others. But that kind of energy is always a threat to the shadows. This is why, Archangel Michael says, you've faced rejection, sabotage, false accusations, and mysterious delays in life. You've questioned your worth, doubted your path, and wondered if you were invisible. Type Amen 49858 to divine blessings. You were never invisible. You were shielded. And now, as this celebrity begins discovering who you really are, those same forces that tried to dim your light before are attempting once again to cloud the truth. The celebrities team faced unexpected blocks trying to research you. Some digital information connected to you mysteriously disappeared or was altered. A false story was even planted, trying to change how you would be perceived. But heaven stepped in. Michael dispatched divine protectors to guard your name, your reputation, and your destiny. What was hidden is being restored. What was tampered with is being corrected. And the lies spoken about you are boomeranging back on the ones who spread them. Someone close to you, someone you've trusted, was spiritually used as a barrier to delay this connection. This person may not even realize it, but they were influenced by fear, jealousy, or darkness to speak against you or distract you from your calling. It's time to examine who you allow access to your energy. But take heart. The divine realm is no longer allowing interference to win. The celebrity felt this resistance too. Their intuition began picking up strange blocks. They experienced headaches, doubt, even bad dreams. That's when their spiritual advisor told them the truth: you've stumbled into something sacred. You're trying to approach a soul that has been guarded for a reason. Archangel Michael's voice rises with authority as he declares, "No more delays. No more sabotage. No more hiding. You are divinely protected, but now, you must also protect yourself. Cleanse your space. Cut cords with toxic people. Strengthen your spiritual shield. The darkness that once intimidated you is now beneath you. Because you are no longer who you were. You are awakening. You are remembered. And heaven is clearing the path. This spiritual tug-of-war is nearing its end, and your victory is not only guaranteed, it's about to be public. You were never just a bystander, your future holds more power than you realize. Type Amen 5099 to divine blessings. This wasn't just a spiritual curiosity. This wasn't just a passing fascination. When this well-known celebrity requested information about you, what they discovered wasn't just about your past, it was a revelation of your future. And Archangel Michael says that the shock they experienced was not about something you've done, but about something you're about to do. What they saw in you was potential that scared them, in a good way. Because it reflected something they, too, had been searching for. They realized you are not just another soul passing through time, you are a divine activator, a spiritual disruptor, a blueprint holder for transformation. Let that sink in. Archangel Michael says the spiritual advisor who consulted with them went quiet during the session. They stared at the energy profile of your soul, visibly shaken. Then, in a whisper, they said, "This person will one day stand on stages they never imagined. They will speak and people will cry. They will move and nations will shift. Their name is written into the blueprint of the awakening." You were not born to chase fame, but your energy carries the vibration that magnetizes influence. Not because you seek attention, but because the light within you cannot be ignored. Heaven has prepared a platform for you, not a platform of vanity, but of divine visibility. The shock came when they realized this. You are on a prophetic timeline. The next 18 to 24 months of your life are going to unfold with supernatural speed. Certain alignments, meetings, and opportunities are already moving into position. But if you don't step into your role, the timing may pass. And here's the twist Archangel Michael reveals now. This celebrity is considering reaching out to you directly. They feel you hold something sacred, and they are being nudged by spirit to begin a conversation, one that could open doors you never imagined. Type Amen 988 to divine blessings. But here's what's even more divine. They believe that you are part of their spiritual evolution too. They don't just want to help you, they feel that you are helping them become who they're meant to be. This isn't about idolizing anyone. It's about realizing that souls often cross timelines in surprising ways to unlock destiny within one another. You are always going to be seen. Heaven always knew your moment would come. And now, it's unfolding faster than expected. Archangel Michael says, "You've waited long enough. Heaven delayed this connection until you were strong enough to handle what's coming next. You were not meant to live in the shadows. You were not meant to live small. You were meant to be a light that shines so brightly it exposes deception, heals the brokenhearted, and calls others home to themselves. This is not a fantasy. It is your divine future. And that future has already begun moving toward you. You're not imagining it, the signs, the shifts, the stirring. It's all real, and it's all happening now. You felt it, haven't you?" Archangel Michael says. That strange inner pull. The dreams that feel more like memories. The emotional waves that rise and fall for no clear reason. The repeating numbers. The sense that something bigger than you is beginning to unfold. Archangel Michael steps forward now and says, "You're not imagining any of it. Heaven is confirming everything. This moment in your life is more than a coincidence. It is a divine activation." Type Amen 785 to divine blessings. The celebrity's spiritual investigation into you didn't just reveal your past life connection or your hidden soul codes. It confirmed something that even you have only dared to believe in quiet moments. That you are here for a spiritual mission. That your presence on earth is intentional. And that the activation of your spiritual identity is already underway. Michael shows you now a vision, a glowing scroll held in the hands of angels. Your name is written on it, not with ink, but with light. This scroll is your divine contract. And it's being opened right now, because your timeline is reaching a point of unfolding and elevation. And here's what that means in real-world terms. You may feel called to speak, even if your voice shakes. You may feel the urge to write, even if no one sees it yet. You may start attracting new people into your life, those who feel oddly familiar. Opportunities may appear that seem random but are spiritually orchestrated. Your intuition will intensify, gut feelings, inner knowing, sudden clarity. This is your activation process. And it cannot be stopped. What the celebrity saw in you is what heaven already knows. Your soul is awakening others simply by existing in your truth. Your light cannot be hidden anymore. Not from them. Not from the world. Not even from yourself. Archangel Michael urges you now. Make space for this activation. Start a sacred morning ritual. Cleanse your space with prayer, sound, or light. Light a candle and say aloud, "I am ready to remember who I am." Because once you accept this truth, the divine doors will begin to open, quickly. Type Amen 675 to divine blessings. As your soul awakens, your spiritual signature becomes louder in the heavens. Other soul-aligned beings will begin to find you. Some will be ordinary. Some will be famous. Some will be part of your destiny. But all of them are being drawn to the same truth. You are no longer asleep. Michael reminds you, you've hidden your gifts to survive. Now you must reveal them to fulfill your calling. You may not feel ready. But heaven says you are. Because the moment someone powerful saw your light, everything shifted. And now, so must you. Heaven has cleared the path. But it's up to you to walk it. Archangel Michael says. Archangel Michael now issues a divine and urgent instruction. You are being offered a sacred window of opportunity, but it will not remain open forever. The momentum around you is building. The energy that began when the celebrity inquired about your life has activated a spiritual countdown. Yes, heaven has cleared the path. Yes, the distractions are being removed. But now, the next move belongs to you. Michael speaks with clarity and authority. There are seasons of acceleration in the life of a chosen one. You are in one now. What you do in the next 33 days will shape the next 3 years of your destiny. You must align your daily life with the spiritual identity you are now awakening into. This means letting go of procrastination. It means refusing to remain small or invisible. It means trusting that if heaven is unveiling you to people of influence, it's because you were meant to influence, not hide. Create sacred space each morning. Type Amen 5848 to divine blessings. Start your day with intention. Light a candle. Sit in silence. Say, Archangel Michael, I surrender this day to divine guidance. Let my thoughts, words, and actions align with my mission. Spiritually cleanse. The spiritual interference around your name has left residual energy. Cleanse your space with saltwater bowls and corners. Sound healing, bells, singing bowls. A daily smudge ritual or incense. Journal the messages coming to you. Michael says downloads are already being sent, ideas, memories, symbols and dreams. Keep a dedicated journal. What may seem random now will soon connect like puzzle pieces. Heaven is orchestrating a moment, a message, meeting, or invitation that may feel coincidental but is actually divinely designed. Stay alert. When it comes, say yes. Even if you feel unready. There is someone in your circle, possibly a family member or a longtime friend, whose energy is anchoring your feet while your spirit is trying to fly. It's time to lovingly detach. Not in anger, but in truth. And now, the twist that you must know. There is another person, also of great influence, who is watching your path silently. If the first does not act in time, heaven may allow the second to step in. Why? Because this is bigger than any one person. This is about the ripple effect your awakening will create. This is why time is of the essence. You are not being called to wait. You are being called to prepare, act, and rise. Type Amen 5848 to divine blessings. Michael's final instruction in this section is direct. Do not delay your light because of fear. Delay is disobedience to destiny. The heavens have aligned. The spiritual court has issued the call. Now, all of heaven is watching to see. Will you answer in time? The season of hiding is over. Now, the world must see who you really are. Archangel Michael stands before you now, not as a distant guardian, but as a commander of light and your personal protector. His message is firm, loving, and urgent. You were hidden not because you were forgotten. You were hidden because you were sacred. But now, you must rise. You have carried your light quietly for too long. Archangel Michael says, you've been the one in the background. The one who encourages others but questions your own worth. The one who dreams of a higher calling, but doubts whether it's truly yours. The one who senses greatness stirring inside, yet fears the cost of becoming visible. Michael says, heaven has never doubted you. You were never overlooked. You were concealed for protection. Type Amen 5948 to divine blessings. Your energy is rare. Your soul carries ancient wisdom. You've been watched not just by one person of influence, but by the entire angelic realm. And now, that realm is declaring, it's time. The revelation that shocked the celebrity, the divine light they discovered in you, is only the beginning. That soul connection, that energy activation, was heaven's trumpet call. It announced to both earthly and spiritual realms that you are awakening. And once a soul like yours awakens, it cannot return to slumber. Archangel Michael shows you now a sacred vision. A staircase rising from shadow into light. At the top, your true self, radiant, unapologetic, unafraid. Not because life is perfect, but because you finally remember who you are. From this moment on, you will notice shifts. Unexpected allies will enter your life. Old relationships may fall away suddenly. Doors you never knocked on will open wide. Synchronicities will become louder and more divine. This is not random. Heaven is moving you into alignment with your higher self. And the more you say yes to your divine calling, the more the world will reflect that back to you. What happens when someone of global influence sees your light? It confirms what heaven has known all along. You were never average. You were always appointed. Michael urges you to stand in your truth. Release the fear of judgment. Release the fear of failure. Release the belief that you are not enough. You are not only enough, you are essential to the spiritual shift happening on this planet right now. Type Amen 495 to divine blessings. Archangel Michael leaves you with this divine instruction. Every generation has those who rise, while others remain asleep. You are one of the risers. You are not here to fit in. You are here to ignite the atmosphere around you. So light the candle. Open your journal. Stand before your mirror and declare, I was born for this. I am ready to rise. I remember who I am. Because from this moment forward, the divine spotlight is on you. And heaven is watching with joy as you step out of hiding and into your destiny. Type Amen 5948 to divine blessings.